Today we're going to try something a little bit different. We are going to play a game, but first we have to make it, which is new for the show, and new for me, and new for some but not all of our guests. Leigh, you've joined us. Why are you here and what are we doing?
I'm here to play your game today.
Oh, there you go.
So I design games as a hobby, but today I'm hopefully taking a back seat, and you three will be the game designers. We're going to make something together. The goal is really just to show that anyone can get into game design, and yeah, I'm excited to see what we create.
Because you've been on the show before with some of your work sort of showing off in-progress games at PAX. You've done a couple of designs. You've also been running this as a workshop at other events. So you've seen a lot of different people sort of make games, quickly. Has there anything surprised you about what's happened?
Well, it's never failed to succeed. So if we can't create something, that's on you guys. No, I've been really impressed with what people come up with. People more creative than me, and could certainly just goes to show anyone could jump in, design their own game.
Ruby Ellis, are you excited to have a go at making a game?
Look, it does feel a little bit like IKEA. I have to build it before I play with it, but I guess I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm jazzed. Yep, I'm very jazzed.
Nice. I've got a little prompt here, and it's a map of board games, and this is just to sort of keep everyone on track. So in the middle here, we've got different types of hobby board games and different themes in games. Off the sides of the cliffs, those are the places where we're not going to go today. So
I would like to make a gambling, trading, and customizable card game.
actually,
please.
I'm partial to the gambling, but
You're in the right state.
no,
then.
we won't touch that. So yeah, we're not going to do like a war game or a role-playing game as much as we might like to. But yeah, this is just to get your brains going in terms of what we might make today. Usually I give a little spiel about how do people come up with new game ideas. And there's probably a million ways, but a few popular ones, I guess, is you could think about what's a game that you're really familiar with, or maybe like your favourite game, and try to do like a twist on that game. Another thing which you might do is think of a specific mechanic, maybe one that already exists, or maybe one you just made up now, no pressure. Or another way, and this is what I've done with some of my games, is thinking about an experience maybe outside of board games that you're trying to recreate. So for me, that was like the experience of putting together flat pack furniture with my most recent design, and then thinking, oh, how would that be a board game? So those are like three different ways, and this is where I stop doing any of the work and throw it to you guys to see what ideas you've got.
I wish we thought about this sooner.
I have a stupid idea.
Okay.
That's
Let's
the
hear
best
it.
type.
Okay, I want to have a resource management tile-based game where you have to build enclosures for dinosaurs, where you can see the dinosaur but not be eaten by it.
It's oddly specific.
Well, I feel like it's best to specify you don't wish to be eaten by the dinosaur, because Jurassic Park failed to do that.
There's definitely a few dinosaur games that heavily feature they're going to escape at some stage, and you have to.
These ones aren't escaping because you're good at it. Option would be a connection configuration to make a cake.
Ooh.
It's also, you could do like sort of set collection involved there with getting ingredients or getting a certain type of ingredients together.
I guess if it was cake related, would we be making a cake together, or would we be competing to have the best cake?
I like a co-op game.
Do we need a
but
You want a bake-off or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could
I
make
feel
a
like
Great
it
British
could-
Bake Off game.
it could lend itself
Okay,
well to a co-op.
so we're doing a competitive baking game.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, if it's like a bake-off, that's like I guess it's both like the theme is there, but also a bit of like the experience of what the game might feel like.
From what I know of the gifts, we need to have a mental breakdown halfway through.
Ah,
Bon
okay.
appetit.
Yeah. Nice.
I'd love it if that was like a card or something like that, being like thrown in the towel, like just being
Yeah.
like, I play the Bon Appetit card, like I'm tying them out.
Like it was a celebrity episode, but I think it still counts. I don't know which celebrity that was. So I
It was
guess
James Acaster, a British comedian.
You guys are all much more knowledgeable than me here. So this is, I think it's a good choice.
Break it down for me, a
Yep.
connection configuration game.
I
what,
chose
like,
it because
that
the
look
picture
like.
looked fun.
It does.
Yeah,
look
I mean,
fun.
we don't necessarily have to go with the mechanics or what we've got here exactly. Once you've got an idea for the game, you can, to some extent, maybe we'll put that away, and to some extent you can think what would actually best fit. In this case, we've picked a theme for the game. How would you build a game around that?
Okay, so I actually would like to change my suggestion
Oh, yeah?
slightly. I think a bake-off game, everybody has the number of resources they already need in a bake-off game, and their time limit is not completely ridiculous. That's because it's an English cooking game. I think we should change to an American cooking game where they don't have the resources they need. They have to draft them, and then they're completely screwed, and then they have no time. I think we should do a Top Chef game.
That sounds stressful.
It is. But so is Bake Off, but it's nicer.
Because I guess we're not necessarily doing like a real time, because there are like
Well,
real
we
time.
could do real
I guess you
time.
could- I mean, that's a bit kitchen rush. But yeah, I guess you could have you're drafting either the ingredients, which could be cards or could be actual physical things. And so then, are we going via there's certain different recipes for different, so people might necessarily want to fighting over some things, but not everything?
So the thought that I am having, which again I acknowledge might be bad, is that you first of all have to draft ingredients and then you are assigned what genre of food you have to cook. So you are getting ingredients that you think might work for a dish, but then you might have to change the dish that you're making based on the genre or cuisine, as they might call it, and then adapt.
Nice.
I thought that could be more of an interesting mechanic.
So maybe when you're drafting the ingredients, you have to be prepared for a few different things that
Yeah.
you might need to try to cook. Is
Yeah.
that yeah, nice.
And then everybody's trying to make the same kind of dish, yeah, like each
Or same kind of genre of dish.
replayability, like there's like a deck of different genres,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, flip over.
Or
see what we're gonna
styles,
get.
yeah.
Yes, stars, yes.
So we have a bit of an idea of what we want the game to maybe look like. I guess when we come back, you can sort of help us to adapt that into an actual game a little bit.
That's the plan.
So we have sort of an idea to make a competitive sort of bake-off challenge with drafting, and we sort of have a big idea.
Yep.
What do we do next?
Yeah, so this is where people often get stuck. They get the idea, this will be amazing, and then never take it further than that. So I'll hopefully be able to help you a little bit here. I've got a little bit of a system where we're going to take the idea and try to get that down to what would a player actually do on their turn. So from what we've come up with, we know we're going to be drafting ingredients, so the interactions we'll be having with other players will be less like directly take that, and more we'll be operating maybe on a shared board. So this is where I've prepared a board for us. So in my little system, we can say that we've got a shared play area. The resources in the game, this one's an easy one, are going to be drafted. So thanks whoever came up with that. That makes my job easy. And then the last one I've got here is, what are the actions on your turn? Do you get a choice of different actions where you can do any of them? Or do you have to pay something to do the action? Or are there sort of maybe limited spots? We don't have to decide everything now, so maybe that one it's probably not going to be paid, but we might just leave a question mark on that one for now. Thematically, it sounds like we almost had two phases to the game, one where we're rushing for ingredients, and one where there's going to be like a reveal of what we'll actually be trying to cook.
Yeah.
So drafting, we're going into a pantry.
Yes.
Is it? I almost have as like. I mean, we're not going to add extra props and make it harder, but I always feel like something like a Lazy Susan, almost like
Oh, that would've been
a
cool.
steamer where you have access to some of things on your turn. You can't.
Yep.
There's some limitation of what you can grab, or something.
So maybe let's just like not make things too epic. We'll block off some of the spaces on the board. So let's say we have I'll just put some stuff there. So maybe this is where we're running around in circles, getting our ingredients from the pantry.
Maybe the
Yeah, we've got the red cubes, blue cubes, and yellow cubes. Those could be, I was sort of thinking like these outside things could be the shelf.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And maybe we just
that way
like-
round.
Rather than us having pieces that plot a pathway trying to get things from different sides of the
Yeah,
table,
so
instead
I
we
mean,
can block
we
it off
could, if you've got your little
Ooh.
bag here.
Oh, I didn't look in the,
The
bag
mystery
before.
Yeah,
bag.
mystery bag. So these are our player
meeples.
colour pieces.
My cubes.
And so
Meeples.
everyone could get their big meeple, and maybe this is where we'll be running around to. So I've just been putting some components down. Maybe we can given we've come up with an idea that maybe has 2 phases, we could almost do one phase of the game, play that phase, and then see what the next phase will be after that.
Okay.
So suppose this is us, and we're running around in circles trying to grab all of the ingredients we want from the pantry. Maybe if we just put a few more of these cubes just randomly around the place.
On
These are
the
big
outside.
cubes.
Yeah. So, because this is almost getting sort of like Wonderland's War / or even is it Takedo? Where you sort of like you can go as far as you want, but maybe you want to stop for certain resources.
Yeah, or it's almost like, as everyone's rushing for ingredients, they're getting in each other's way. A bit like how in a worker placement game, someone's taken a spot and you can't, maybe you can't go there. Let's have some extra special ones. They have 3. So it looks like here we've got like maybe 6 different spaces where we could go, and this might be where we're starting. Let's say that we're gonna rush around and try to gather as many ingredients as we can. So, really simple. Let's say on my turn, I go to one of the empty spaces, so that would be here or here, and then I just take the cubes of one colour. It's probably a bit meaningless unless we know what we're trying, like what are we aiming to do. And I think earlier we said there might be a particular type of recipe that's coming up. A potential that any of these 3 recipes will be the one that will be revealed that we're actually racing to achieve. And in this phase of the game, we're trying to collect as many of these ingredients that we might need for one of the 3 recipes. If we reveal it and no one's got the right cubes, maybe we'll have to run back to the pantry and grab the last ones. So does this give you like some sort of strategy going
so
into
we're trying to get more of the cubes that we think will be the one that's selected, but we want to get a little bit of all the cubes in case the other one's selected.
Exactly.
Love it.
So I'll go last because how about Liam? You take us away.
So you're saying, is it to the next or any of the empty spaces?
Well, the rule is
Yeah.
you make up the rules.
Okay.
So what do you think it should be?
Yeah, well, I'm going to go here because I want bananas.
It's a good play.
Can I just stay where I am? Do I have to move?
I feel like you would have to move.
Why would you have to? Well, I think maybe your first turn you can decide, but then subsequent turns you have to move. Like,
You just really want to
I
grab.
really want.
I think Alice really wants the bananas.
I really
so-
want the bananas. Yes.
I think actually maybe you can't move anywhere, you have to move clockwise, because then there's some strategy around sort of blocking somebody else, being like, oh, I would really like I don't want you to get that, so I'm going to stop here or something.
But then I wouldn't be able to move clockwise because you're there.
Yeah, at the moment,
Yeah,
we're
well,
sort
so-
of thinking that these are maybe 6 distinct spaces, despite how we've got, just to make things simple, we could think of them as 6
six
I was
spaces.
thinking
The little ones. Okay, good. Did we decide that I can stay in this square?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think we-
Okay,
Yep.
then I'm going to take those ones.
Now the blue ones aren't looking great, but it is 3 of them, so maybe I'll go there.
Maybe the numbers aren't the number of bananas you need. It's like
I was
you need to have the most yellows, followed by reds, followed by blues or something.
I suppose if we
We-
go for each deck.
We could probably see how close we get to like having the right thing, and then decide in the second phase
Because I
where
was
we're
just
cooking.
thinking, I was looking at the colours rather than the numbers.
Yeah.
And that colour is the one that you want the most of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I know we're talking about potentially having it be only one of the recipes. I always thought these sort of set collection games. Well, I mean, I say these sort of set collection games as if as we sort of
Classics, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
got it, but we are muddling through it and figuring out as we sort of
Yep.
it does feel like a case of like whether or not you want people to be aiming for the same thing or people to be going different avenues and seeing which avenue ends up being the best. So I guess we sort of have an idea about how we are doing. We're sort of rotating around and collecting these resources, which then we would need to figure out next. After this, we need to figure out what we do with them and where the rest of the game comes from. So we've collected all our resources. We've been running around the kitchen madly. We've got some cubes. We've got recipes, which we don't know exactly how these cubes relate to these recipes, but we've got stuff is happening.
Yep.
We're looking at the second phase of the game. How do we sort of refine this a little bit more?
Yeah, so I think it's plenty refined. We can just jump into the second phase of the game. So thematically, we've got our ingredients. Sometimes I think in these shows, maybe you start cooking and you realise, oh, I didn't quite get everything I needed. So maybe we could play off that vibe.
But then you can never go back.
Oh, you can't
Going
go
back is illegal.
Uh-oh.
Once you've drafted
Uh-oh.
the ingredients, you're screwed.
We might need to relax.
So chaotic.
We might need to relax that a little.
I've watched 18 seasons of Top Chef in a year.
Well, it'll be
Okay.
very.
This is where I
Maybe
live.
It'll be
there's
very-
some penalty for going back.
Oh yeah,
but
penalty sounds good.
A penalty of some sort, but
Yep.
not an outright no.
So then we're replenishing the pantry?
Well, I was thinking maybe if we could randomly assign these recipes. There we go.
Thank you.
Nothing suspicious.
I like
Yep.
3 because it's like a
Um,
3-course meal.
So,
That's such a good point.
so now that we
I'm
know these are our recipes, I guess
Mm-hmm.
maybe we could might increase the tension if we keep it secret for now. Let's say there's some more, I think, so that we can sort of finish the game. Let's just put out some big chunky cubes as some extra ones that
Is
we could
our
take.
aim to get the number of cubes that are on these
I-
cards to perfect our recipes?
That was what I was thinking, just to keep it nice and simple.
Can we be over or do we have to be exact?
I think it'd be
I think
over.
over's okay.
Yeah, you can have more turnips than you need.
Okay.
So how?
So we don't need to trade them? Because I was thinking possibly something that you might need to do is trade if you have too many to be able to get.
Well-
Interesting. Some bargaining and negotiation.
I
Yeah.
always shut that down really quick
Oh,
in
okay.
any game designs because as soon as you introduce trading,
Oh, I didn't necessarily mean trading with other
Yeah.
people. I meant to be able to get resources from the pool, you had to
Yep.
exchange something that you had here.
okay, that's interesting.
But that makes the sort of 3 token spots like really heckin' valuable because it means you actually have enough tokens to meet a recipe. If you didn't get the 3 value ones, you might never be able to meet a recipe.
Well, maybe certain tokens are worth more than other tokens. Like we decided early on that yellow was most valuable. Maybe 1 yellow is worth 2 blue and 3 red.
Maybe.
I didn't say it was a good idea. I said it was an idea.
No, we're spitballing, absolutely.
I guess we want to, in the second phase, maybe reward the person who sort of got closest to achieving the recipe. So let's say we're cooking and if we're short some of the ingredients, we can run back into the pantry. And this is where you'd want that a fairly simple menu of choices. So maybe if you're short of 1 colour, you could take a lot of that colour, maybe something like 3 of the same colour. But if you're short on 2 colours, you could only take maybe 1 of each. That's probably a pretty simple decision, and it would play out pretty quickly. Anyone got anything else to spice things up? Or?
I still like the idea of having to relinquish ones you already have to be able to gain more.
Well, because you can also do the thing of like, if you are taking, you have to put in the equivalent, which I guess it also means that.
In that case, if we're putting some back, maybe we could like have a bit of a limited supply going. So we're sort of, someone puts an ingredient back, and then maybe they put something back that you might want. So in that case, maybe if we just put like 4 of each ingredient.
Is there an even number of the little cubes? Because then...
Yeah, well, we kind of put it out randomly. It was whether or not there was things that were more desired than others. Because I know there was a couple of big banana numbers.
Maybe we'll see how we go, taking Alice's suggestion of, let's say you have to put 1 back, and then you can either take 2 of different colours, or you could take up to 3 of the same. When we do a full lap of the table, so let's say you were the first player before. Yeah. So let's say Alice is the first player. Once we get back to Alice, we'll do a refill and we'll add 1 more to each of the ingredients.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see how that goes.
Oh, it sounds like that. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting back 1 yellow cube and taking 3 red cubes.
Ooh.
Hey, you said we take 3 of one
No,
colour.
that's good. I didn't want you to take mine.
I'm going to put back 1 yellow cube and take 3 blue cubes.
I'm actually okay with this. I feel like walking my person in there just so that I'm there. I'll put back a red cube and take 3 yellow.
Okay. I'll put back a blue and I'll take. So I only need 2, but I guess technically I want to take 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe you'll trade that back in later. So we'll put out. Maybe we should put out. Do you think 1 or 2 more of each?
I've met my goal.
Oh.
Yeah. I only need 1 more cube.
That sounded like a win
Well,
over here as well.
I've got mine as well.
Oh, okay. So how do we decide who won?
Well, maybe how about we do a dramatic reveal?
Yeah.
Who got closest?
Yeah, who got the closest or who overachieved, maybe?
Oh, who overachieved? Because then that makes the putting back a token actually.
Well,
could
Or
be quite
you
detrimental.
mean like
I think
perfect.
you want to be closest to the
Yeah,
number.
you don't want too many bananas.
Go
in there.
Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
Oh, in which
But-
case you
Alrighty.
don't want to take that extra
Well,
yellow cube.
I might reveal first because I'm way off my recipe.
Yep.
I got the 5 yellow. Oh no, I didn't even. I needed 8 yellow and 5 blue. So I'm 5 points off my goal.
But you also had the highest total.
Yes.
13 is a lot of cubes
Yeah,
to
this
try
game
and
is. This game's
achieve.
rigged.
Yeah.
Who made this game?
I had 6 bananas that I needed, which I got 1 extra, 3 strawberry bricks, and 1 whale. So I have a couple of extras, 3
Nice.
extras.
So I did not achieve my 5 strawberries, but I have my 3 whale and my 2 banana.
And
But
in
extra.
net, you sort of.
So I'm minus
over
1, but plus 2, so I guess I'm 1 over? Depends on if you're
Overall,
counting
you're
by
3
overall.
So
off.
it's sort of
yeah.
like
Say?
the recipe's not complete and you're 3 points off, whereas mine's like recipe not complete and I'm 5 points off. This is where the things really get interesting because as soon as we finish playing, everyone's like, oh, what could we change? What could we do differently? Let's play again. And that's the core part of game design is make something and then iterate on it until you're somewhat happy.
And when you're talking about the process of just iterating and tweaking, does that tweak work in the right direction or do we want to go a different way? With some of your designs, how many sort of iterations are we talking about? Are we talking about 15? Are we talking about...
I think a good sign is if you're making a change after every time you play the game. And that might be 10 times, it might be 50 times, it might be too many times. But you need something to guide you through the process. So I've got a little bit of a prompt here as well of like, what did we think like the core experience of the game was? What do we think is setting this game apart from all those games on the shelf. I would clearly buy this, but why? So there's a lot to think about, and unless you have that, you need that strong vision of where you want the game to go. Otherwise, you might iterate until you're back to where you started. So.
Thank you for helping us to make Banana Bake Off.